one might assume that January is the worst time of year for everyone. You know, that late January, early February time where you've been stuck inside for 6 months and it's still minus 40 outside and you can't go out and do very much and spring seems a long way away. That's a tough time of year for most people. But did you know, for churches and in particular church leaders, August is the worst time of year? That's simply because everyone's away. And it seems like they've been away for a long, long time. People start taking holidays in July, and now as you come into August, they're trying to cram in their last holidays before summer's over and school starts. And it seems like it's been a long time since you've seen some people, and church numbers on Sunday morning are down because everyone's gone. And August is a very difficult and depressing time sometimes. It's easy to start feeling like maybe we'll never recover. Maybe people will never come back. Maybe it won't be the same. And it's easy to get depressed. It's easy to start fretting. It's easy to start worrying. I see it all the time. In fact, I've had several conversations this week with people who are feeling that way. So that's prompted me to bring out a piece of scripture that I've had in my sermon folder for a long time. It's a prayer of the Apostle Paul. And Paul prays this prayer for the church in Thessalonica. He prays 3 specific things for them, 3 things that would increase their hope. 3 things they need to have so that they aren't being beaten up by Satan, so they aren't giving in to discouragement, so they aren't tempted to quit. Whether it's related to church things or maybe things that are going on in your own life, this prayer will help you find your hope again. The sermon is called Joyful in Hope. And we're going to try and give you something to be hopeful for this week. Our Bible study at 10 o'clock is focused on 1 Samuel chapter 15. In that section, King Saul is caught in a very specific and dangerous sin. And it's not so much the sin we want to focus on, but what we want to talk about Sunday morning is the way he tries to deal with that sin. In fact, he tries to deal with it in at least 6 different ways, all of which are ineffective, and most of which just make his situation worse. The interesting thing is, we all use these same 6 techniques to try and get out of the consequences of sin or even seeing our own sin. We do the exact same thing all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to use King Saul as an example, a good, bad example, and we're going to see what he does wrong, and we're going to encourage one another to deal with sin well, so that it has the least amount of impact, and so that we get back on the right path with God again. The Bible study is called Dealing with Sin. 1 Samuel chapter 15. Please read ahead, as we're not going to be able to cover the entire chapter. So you can read ahead, and maybe it'll help some of you to comment along the way as well. So that would be great. As I indicated at the start of this video, lots of people have been away this summer. I know lots are still away this weekend. Some are coming home. We will see some people this weekend we haven't seen in a while. And if you're one of them, that'd be great to celebrate your return as well. If you've been around all summer, I'm looking forward to seeing you too. Whoever's here, we're going to rejoice, because the truth is God's going to be here with us in a way that he's not normally. When we gather to worship, something good happens, and I'll be looking for that something good this Sunday as we share it together.